We were so proud and humbled that Kangra, a filly that Broadacres owned and bred, had been nominated for Horse of the Year.
And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, as we told you, in a very, very close finish, won it on the nod, you'd say, Kangra. Please welcome on stage.
It's moments like these which make me wish my dad was alive to see that we have reached the ultimate pinnacle and that his legacy is very much alive and kicking. Thank you.
The Suresh Mahindra Multi-Million Trophy is a 7 furlong Group 2 sprint which is contested on the Invitation Sunday. Three horses who had run the Sprinters Cup just a day before chose to brave the heat, ignore the fatigue and put it all on the line once again. Mauritania from the classic king S.Padmanabhan yard had run his heart out the previous day whilst running second to Rufina in the Sprinters Cup, but the 7 furlong trip looked more to his liking. The camp looked quietly confident that their horse had taken the exertions of the previous day well within his stride and would be putting in a worthy performance. He would though have to give weight to the much fresher and informed Costa Brava from Pacey Shroff's yard, who had already forayed into group company in just his last start in Mumbai.
So there they are now for the Suresh Mahindra Multi-Million 2019 in Hyderabad, Sunday, 3rd March. Runners and riders just coming out of the parade ring now for this Grade 2 affair, which promises to be one hell of a race, even though it's down to just 7 runners. Mauritania is the one they all say they have to beat. The crowd really gearing up as the 7 runners now get to the 1400 meter marker. Are we going to see a new champion? Are we going to see a new record? That's Mauritania. Very, very calm behind the gates. And just in front there is Tutankhamun with the red cap. This is supposed to go very, very close to them as well. It's a tough lineup here. Very open race, and the luck of the race is going to play a very important role. But Mauritania and David Allan looking very, very composed there behind the stalls. Loading operations just commence and Tutankhamun slips into stall number 1. They're almost in the gates, all of them lining up. Cavallo Veloci comes to complete the line. They're all in. Just waiting now for the starter's orders, and that's it. The gates clang open and they're away and racing for the Suresh Mahindra Multi-Million 2019. Fairly level break, but as they settle down, Costa Brava is the first to show out there. Mauritania very quickly on his heels. Tutankhamun tucked in on the fence behind them. Just behind is Carlo Veloci. Behind Carlo Veloci there, Master of the Universe. Then we've got Smilestone along there with Lady Legend. They're going at one hell of a clip, and we just could see a record being broken here today in Hyderabad. Costa Brava from the front by about 3 parts of a length from Mauritania in second. Tutankhamun tucked in on the fence. Carlo Veloci up on the outside. Another length and a half away. Tutankhamun on the inside. Then there's Master of the Universe making a forward move, followed there by Lady Legend and Smilestone. They're beginning to negotiate the turn at the 600 meter marker now. They're hitting the rising ground. It continues to be Costa Brava, start to finish by about a length now. Mauritania making a big bid on the outside. Tutankhamun is hemmed in on the rails. So too is Carlo Veloci. Both of them have nowhere to go. Costa Brava still the leader there under the stick. But here comes Mauritania and David Allan on the outside. It's going to be Mauritania on the outside from Costa Brava. Carlo Veloci now switching out. Tutankhamen has nowhere on the inside. But it's Mauritania now the leader. Mauritania holds on and is going to come out to win this one from Carlo Veloci. Then came Costa Brava, Tutankhamen, and that was the 1, 2, 3, 4 in this Suresh Mahindra Multi-Million 2019 in Hyderabad. Mauritania given a superb ride there by David Allan. He made no mistake, left nothing to chance. There was a lot of hard luck stories in the race.
With Rufina being retired to stud, one must believe that the onus of carrying the mantle of best sprinter would naturally fall upon Mauritania's broad shoulders. His trainer calls him a pillar of consistency, and the stats book backs up the claim admirably. Mauritania has run 15 career starts and been in the 1-2 for 13 of those races, having run off the board only but once. The proud connections consisting of Mr. Zaware Poonawala, Mr. PJ Waziftar, Mr. Yeohan Poonawala and their families very proudly collected the silverware from Ahalya Mahindra. The classic king S.Padmanabhan collected his trainer's trophy, and ace international saddle artist David Allan collected the jockey silverware.
And finally, ladies and gentlemen, from the Mahindra family, Mr. Matan Mahindra. You really made this race so very special that it's come to be part of the invitation weekend. Must bring back so many memories. Wherever the old man is, I'm sure he's looking down and smiling like hell.
I wanted to dedicate a race in his name, and I couldn't find a better event than the invitation weekend. It's really become part of the series, and honestly, it's a very competitive race. And on behalf of Broadacres Stud Farm, I would like to congratulate all the winners here in Hyderabad.